removed by the uploader.
I have no idea what's going on.
What'd you do,
That's
Rob?
really weird. I don't know.
What'd you
Dude,
do, man?
the
Uh-oh.
same thing I've done for the last 2 years.
We're going to have to postpone this.
No, never.
Okay.
We can always record it and then and post it.
Could. We'll have some disappointed fans.
I know, but I don't know what StreamYard's doing.
Huh. Oof.
Yeah, I know. Now it says the video's gone.
Yeah, the video
Okay.
has been removed by the uploader. I got it here on my phone, so if you need me to like keep refreshing or something, just let me know.
This is weird. It's duplicating the I have no idea, man. Oh, we are live. I see us live now.
You do?
Yeah. That was so weird. I'm seeing myself. Hey Rob, how's it going, man?
Are you sure we're live?
Yeah, we are.
Okay. All right.
Man,
this has been the greatest start in Champion Standard history.
I know, this is the best episode start.
Yeah, this is the reason why we never wanted to do lives.
I
Just
know,
for a little technical, but it's awesome. Whatever.
It's been
Mhm.
working for us.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, Brad, kick us off, man.
Yeah. So yeah. So doing a midweek session this week. Not trench warfare, but we are doing our GameLab, which looks ahead to our game coming up this weekend. Huge game in Tuscaloosa. Playoff implications. Just a huge game for both teams this weekend.
Yeah.
So looking forward to that. We'll get into some film and some stats here in a little bit. But looking forward to this game. It's November 12th, and we are still on the playoff hunt.
Heck yeah, man.
Back in August, back when we were having all of our, preseason predictions, we were just hoping to be in the conversation in November. So here we are. Yep. And this is probably, I think it goes without saying, we have 3 games left, but just looking at the remaining schedule, by far the most pivotal game left. You lose and you get that third loss, you're probably on the outside looking in when those final playoff rankings come out. You go to Tuscaloosa and win and get your 8th win, and then come home for your remaining 2. You're right smack dab in the middle of it. I know you and I've had some good conversations about that, whether we get in or we don't, if we win the 3 or whatever. But I think we sneak our way in, or we're one of those final few if we win out.
Yeah.
Alabama team, which after their opening game, everybody was like, "Oof, Alabama's not very good."
A lot of people wrote them off. I was hopeful to be able to write them off.
Yeah,
just because I did not want. I would love to see. You always want the giant to fall. So I was rooting for it. Just crossing my fingers. But no, they're good coaches over there, and there's a lot of talent on that team. So it would take a colossal meltdown for Alabama to start the season like that and just stay flat for that whole year.
Right.
I was hopeful, but they're a good football team.
Hey, before we go on, I just want to remind everyone to please download, like, and subscribe. You can find us on all your socials. We'd really appreciate it. We're making a push here at the end to try to get to 1,000 subscribers. So could appreciate your help. Tell your family and friends. Just click that subscribe button. Pass it on if you don't mind. So 2:30 Saturday on ABC, ESPN. If you have YouTube TV, you're not going to watch it on that. You're going to have to find another way to watch it again.
Yeah.
I got a Sling weekend package a couple of weeks ago for the
nice.
Tennessee. Yeah, it was $10, just a weekend package, so I got to watch all the games with that. I think if you have the ESPN app, you can watch it on there as well. So there's several different ways. Just look into it. It doesn't sound like that is going to get resolved anytime soon.
No,
They,
I just have the Hulu
yeah,
ESPN combo since I don't really care for any other I mean, I can get football on the Peacock and football on Paramount, so I just have the Hulu ESPN. It Hulu's weird. Like I hate having to try to find the game on Hulu. I love YouTube TV. If I could, I keep it. It's a bummer that they're all, these companies are splicing and dicing everything up.
Right.
But the YouTube TV's platform is awesome. I do not like Hulu. Hulu's terrible.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. Yeah, YouTube. I haven't got rid of him yet. They gave me a $20 credit last night. That is keeping me happy for one more week, but that's it. They're on the clock. One more week. That's all they get. So, yeah. So, we can look into some X factors. Our thoughts on the game coming up.
Okay.
I know you got some good film and stats and stuff, but yeah, let's get into a few X factors. I haven't seen that transition in a while, Rob. We haven't had to play that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, first X factor for me, and I've been harping on it since the Texas game. Got to find a way to turn these field goals into touchdowns. Anytime you cross midfield or get inside people's 30, I forget what it is when scoring opportunities, inside 40,
Yeah.
30. Got to find a way to punch it in the end zone. We looked at it last week. We're averaging 23 points a game in the SEC on the offensive side of the ball, and that's just not going to cut it long term.
Right.
So, and really, if you can it's just convert 2 possessions a game from field goals to touchdowns. You're giving yourself an extra 8 points, which could be huge for this team. We've been having a hard time getting over that 24 point mark. If you get to 30 or anything like that, you're going to have a chance to win every game with a good defense.
Yep.
I think Tate Sandell and OU's defense, not single-handedly, but combined won that Tennessee game, no matter how you look at it. R. Mason Thomas scores 6, Tate Sandell 12 points of his own. So offense only mustered a measly 10 points. So just get those touchdowns, punch it in the end zone. We talked about it a couple weeks ago too. I can't remember the last time Mateer threw a pass into the end zone for an opportunity to score. It's been weeks, maybe months since he's thrown it into the end zone for a score.
Yeah. I don't recall.
I'm not talking about a yak. I'm talking about just a
I know.
into the.
I know.
Yeah. Yeah, that needs to change. Second X factor kind of goes along with that. Last week we ran the ball some, but just keep running the ball. We've been harping on that all year. Just run the ball. Maybe get some play action mixed in there, but don't put it on Mateer's shoulders because obviously he's not quite right. Is it physical? Is it mental? I don't care. He's just not passing the ball well right now. So just stick to the run. And I know you'll probably have some stats that either says do that or don't do that. I forget, Bama's defense, but you'll remind me here in a little bit. But third X factor, I would say, get Ty Simpson off his spot. We talk about it every week. This past month, we've face some of the better quarterbacks in the league. Ole Miss, Tennessee, Alabama. Just go down the list. We thought Garrett Nussmeier was going to be that fourth one at the end of the year, but he got benched, so who knows? But just got to get him off his spot, make him uncomfortable. I think that defense, and this is kind of my last X factor, the defense really just needs to force the issue and make what has been a very disciplined Alabama team make a few costly mistakes. Because they haven't so far. They've been very, very efficient, take care of the football really well. And so if you can get Simpson a little uncomfortable back there and, get a little pressure and let our guys go to work. The one thing about it, we know Brent's not very predictable. So hopefully he can do some things to confuse Simpson, and get them to turn the ball over a little bit. I'd like to see some more like fumbles like we got in the Tennessee game, just point of contact.
Yeah. Punch the pocket.
Plays. Yeah, exactly. Just some physicality to knock the ball loose and not just depend on interceptions, just point of contact, knock a few balls loose, just flip the field somehow because like I said, this team's just been very good at take care of the ball and don't make mistakes. So got to change that narrative this week.
Yeah, you're not going to generate turnovers if you don't pressure Ty Simpson. Like if we're going to sit back and allow him to, evaluate the defense and be what he is, basically a point guard distributor to three really great receivers, you're not going to be able to generate turnovers unless you're applying a unpredictable, timely blitz pressure system on him constantly. And the only team all year that Alabama has faced that really wanted to pressure him was Missouri. Missouri was really the only team that threw from first quarter to the end of the game was 5-6 man pressures. They do not have the exotic blitzes that exotic. They don't have like the wrap. They don't have the cross dog and stuff like that. They don't have a lot of these other blitzes that Brent has already put on tape, and nor does Missouri have the number of guys that can blitz. Like our guys they can run, man. So like they're all terrific blitzers, and Brent's gonna have to have that like timely, because this offense, the way that it is all high percentage throws. It is wide zone with wide zone action boot. It's play action rolls. I mean, all of it is like cutting the field in half. It's moving that offensive line. It's getting Ty Simpson out of the pocket. If you can win the first and second down, get them into those 3rd and 6s, 3rd and 7s, which will be tough, but that's where you have to pick your moment to send your pressure, and you have to do it because there's no way you're going to end up generating turnovers because they're so efficient. It's all high percentage throws. It's just it's half field reads and everything. They're just dink and I hate to say dink and dunk. It's a little bit more than that, but all of it is to be efficient football because they don't have a run game to lean on, so they have to throw screens.
Right.
They have so many screens, from tight end screens, running back screens, receiver screens, swing screens, like slip screens, tunnel, mid, all kinds of. They throw them all out. They'll have like 8 to 10 screens in this game. They're gonna have wide zone. They're gonna have pin and pull. They're gonna try to hit the perimeter. Even though Jam Miller is not very good at running in between the tackles, he's not particularly fast either. They find success with that perimeter game. You're going to have to be very choosy. You're going to have to be very, very timely because you don't want to send a pressure on some of these rolls and everything. Otherwise, you'll end up, setting your secondary up with these 3 speedy guys, these, Horton and Williams and all of them. So pressure has to be timely. It has to be constant through the game. You're going to have to pick and choose. Brent's going to have to be cautious on when to, obviously studying tape and everything, he's going to be dialed in because I noticed that some of the teams that did pressure bad were like Vanderbilt, and they timed it wrong and they got burned big time. and it was just not the right time. And Missouri, I think you go to that Missouri game, you could see some examples of some great sacks, great pressure.
Would you like what you're describing to me sounds like some of the same conversations we had before the Ole Miss game. Would you say that Alabama is like Ole Miss with a less versatile quarterback?
I would
Is
say
that
Alabama is like Ole Miss with a less versatile, like a tick less explosion. Chambliss has a first step go
Yep,
that's like
yep,
ridiculous, but Alabama has Bernard and Williams and Horton that
sure,
are really, really good.
yeah,
So Vanderbilt, the way they played, they were like, we're gonna play soft, like we're gonna play cushion, we're gonna
mhm,
try to keep everything in front of us, and they got eaten alive in the intermediate of the field. And then you go to Missouri, they were in your face, they were playing in the hip pocket, but they don't have the corners to actually run, and so they had to flip. It's a cat and mouse game, Brad. I mean, do you want to sit back and guard grass and keep everything in front of you, or do you trust your guys to run? And in the Tennessee game, Brent trusted his guys in the
mhm,
second half to
mhm,
run,
mhm,
and we were locking those guys down,
yep,
Brazel and Staley. So I'm hoping that we put our hip in their pocket and we just run with them.
yeah. No, I'm with you.
With all else being equal, I mean, obviously you're not doing
Yeah,
that every play. You're not, but I want to see them just get in the face
yeah, and
and really be physical with the guys.
I think the difference in Tennessee and Alabama is the signal color. I just think Ty Simpson's a lot. He's I don't know if careful is probably the wrong word. He's a lot more accurate passer than Aguilar is too.
Yeah,
He just is.
cerebral.
Um,
He's a great distributor. I mean, he
mhm.
just plays point guard. He's just playing point guard. He's setting up. He's got a great OC that's setting him up for success
Yeah,
because
that's
he
why I
doesn't have
keep
a
going
run
back to
game.
Ole Miss. It's very similar.
It's very and they just nickel and dime you, and then
Mhm.
when they put you in situations where they're learning from you. How are you going to cover us when we go formation in the boundary in a bunch set? Are you going to try to man up on us? Or are you going to zone? Okay, well then, if you're going to zone it, then here we go. I'm going to hit you with these route concepts, and boom, it's open.
Right.
So it's a methodical, it's efficient, it's a great. I mean, honestly, I can't. When I'm in the off season, I wouldn't mind
Yep.
rewatching all of Alabama because it's looking at it's an offense that really you could see at OU running when you've got a defense that's so good.
Right.
An offense that takes high percentage throws and stays on the field. Like Alabama, they barely run 60 plays a game. They've only ran over 60 plays in conference play one time. Where us, we've been over 70 at least, and sometimes 80 plays. Like they're very methodical, keep the drive long, 6-7 minute drives when it's successful, and then punch it in for a score.
Yep. Yep. Agreed. Hey, before we go any further, Eli reminded me. We can just go ahead and touch on it real quick. Excuse me. The injury report came out about 45 minutes ago, and a name was on there that we really didn't expect. Jaden Jackson is on the injury report, listed as questionable. So hopefully, maybe things can turn here in the next few days. But didn't expect that. Kind of expected RMT. New Kobe was probably going to be probable. Gentry is not listed, which is a good thing. So hopefully he's back at full strength this week. We could use him against Ryan Williams and Bernard and all those guys that you mentioned. So, yeah. So Jaden Jackson's name popped up. Eli, thanks for reminding me in the chat there. So, hey, you're muted. I can't hear you.
Sorry. Yeah,
No
I don't
problem.
know what I don't know what's going on there with Jaden, man.
I don't either.
I hope that's.
Hopefully it's just not long term. Hopefully just one of those freak things this week or something. We need him down the stretch.
Got it. Eli. Yeah, question. Kobe is back. Do you prefer Heineke in space? Honestly, Heineke, I mean, that's depth, man. Competitive depth.
Yeah.
I think it depends. I mean, Kobe's probably going to end up getting the start, but it depends on. Tell me which linebacker can fit the gaps in wide zone that you're going to see out of Bama, because you can't allow Bama to find a run game on you. And so whichever linebacker can fit their gaps properly. Well, we've actually got some Alabama film of them defending the wide zone and why it's so important of gap integrity, because their backers were not so good.
Yeah. Jimmy followed that up too. He said, Heineke in space, Kobe for run plays.
Yeah, I mean but for me, if I had to choose one, I'd say whichever one
Exactly.
Kobe and run plays. If he's the dude, then yeah, that's who I'd say. I don't want Alabama finding a run game at all.
Yeah.
I don't want them just suddenly we can run the ball on you, and then it really would be over at that point, because they would be balanced, and we don't want them to be balanced.
No, not at all. Yeah. Yeah, we've done a really good job of slowing down most team as far as running goes that I can recall. Was it Texas? Texas the only one that's had some success in recently? I know Auburn did a little bit. That was early in the year, but no, we've done a good job. I feel like stuff in the run or kind of keeping it in check, so to speak. It's kind of what gives me a little hope after this Bama game, because we play Missouri and they love to run. So I think that'll be a battle up front just to see. They really like to rush football, and I think we can stop them and have some success. But that's a conversation for next week.
Yeah. Eli, do you think Arbuckle installed the wide zone pistol or just installed some of the old LSU toss plays? I think the pistol wide zone's gone. I don't think we're going to see it again. They can't coach it, and the players can't execute it. The wide zone for us is gone. So yeah, I would expect some crack toss, simple, inexpensive crack toss. Pin and pull's kind of expensive because you have to involve multiple rooms. But it would be cool to see Giovanni Gibson come down and crack a defensive end. I think he'd have fun with that, or a linebacker, and then pull our guys. But crack tosses, you just run your kind of wide zone blocking, but you have a wide receiver come in, so you don't have to worry about all the gap checks and stuff in pin and pull. All right, Brian, let's dive into
Yep.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yep. No, the last thing I was going to say on that injury report, I don't have it pulled up anymore, but Bama does have a bunch of their defense either out or questionable, and I don't know if these guys are starters or backups, but there's 4 linebackers listed as out or questionable, a DB and a D lineman. You want me to pull it back up?
Yeah, pull it back up.
And I don't mean to keep harping on it, but
you're fine.
I just caught that out of the corner of my eye, and I know a couple of these names, so I think I've heard Latham before.
Deshaun Jones is their nickel. I don't think anybody. Caden Jones? No, I think
either way, Jones is. When you glance at that, they're banged up on that side of the ball.
Yeah, I do know that their DB there is number 7. Deshaun Jones is their nickel.
Okay,
and he's not very good.
And he's probable, so he's likely to play. So,
all right, let's look at some random stats.
Yep.
Okay, Brad. Oop. Did I do this right? Okay. There we go. More space. All right. So this is
okay.
OU offense on the left, Alabama defense on the right. So Ryan and I were just looking at this before the show, and our explosiveness on like standard downs, passing explosiveness, explosiveness in general, we're like on the bottom of the league now, with the number of plays that are explosive by the plays that we run. Explosive play rate is down. Number of plays over passing, rushing, standard downs, passing downs. over week to week, our explosiveness, and I think we all see that, right, Brad? Like we see our offense is becoming
Mm,
less explosive. So,
very
but
stagnant.
yeah, yeah. Um, Points per opportunity, ranked 47th in the country. So what was I looking for? Oh, yards rush, 4.6, 93 in the country, and then Alabama defense, yards rush allowed, 5.23, 92nd in the
Oh,
country. And I filter out, I filtered out sacks and penalties and all that stuff throughout the whole year. So this is pure rush plays.
hmm,
So something's got to give there. I mean, yards rush for OU 90, 4.6, yards allowed 5.2 for
right,
the deep. Something's got to happen there. So who's gonna take advantage of that?
right. Yeah. No, I think we can get some chunk yardage on the ground as long as we just stick with it. That's the thing about Arbuckle is you see it and then it's like now you see it, now you don't for like a quarter.
Yeah,
Sometimes it feels like.
yeah.
So
So yards per drop back. So again, pure passing, no penalties, no sacks. OU is 6.43 or ranked 85th in the country. And then Alabama's yards per dropback allowed is 5.58, which is 18th in the country on defense. So I look at this, Brad, I'm like, I mean, you're running the football. Like you're running the football and you're gonna try to be efficient and through the air with um, high percentage throws, right?
yeah. Yeah,
Do you see
hopefully
anything
yeah.
else on here? Yeah.
No, you're good at looking at the stats and kind of interpreting those. So
I thought this was interesting. Yards play allowed for Alabama has actually come down the last several weeks in
mm,
conference play.
right.
I was like, man, that's interesting. I would expect that to be the inverse, but I guess they may be picking it up.
Huh.
Explosive rate has stayed the same. EPA play allowed is
This is
has gone
Alabama
down a little bit.
defense, right?
Yeah, Alabama
Okay.
defense.
Just
Alabama's defense
yep.
success rate week to week has gone down. So I mean, it's almost as if as they've gone into conference play, their defense has gotten keeps getting better and better.
Hmm. That is interesting.
And then you look at our offense, we had an uptick in success rate. That's just successful, getting from 1st and 10 to 2nd and 4 to a first down. Basically, you're going from a positive play to a positive play and a first down. I mean, Tennessee, and you saw that we saw our drives in Tennessee much better than Ole Miss.
Yeah, I'm pulling up, your stats there got me thinking a little bit about their like Bama's schedule. I thought their schedule was kind of a little bit front loaded, maybe. Yeah, they had Florida State, Georgia, Vanderbilt, Missouri kind of in their first 6 games and Tennessee. So their schedule was a little more
Very-
front loaded than ours.
Yep.
So that might be where you're seeing some of those stats adjust because they've had South Carolina or LSU their last 2.
Yeah, and then LSU. Yep. Okay.
Yep.
That
Yep.
makes sense. Quarterback misery index, EPA dropback allowed, how efficient a quarterback is moving the ball for a score on passing downs or just passing plays, sorry. And then havoc rate. So the havoc rate of the defense and how much of defense is allowing a quarterback to be successful. OU just stands out here on an island by
Yeah.
itself.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been like that all year, and
It
even
has.
through
It
11,
has.
11 weeks, it's just been OU and Indiana now.
Hmm. Good
And
company.
these are stats, these are metrics that the college playoff committee has. Like this is open, free information, and they have it. of course, and they'll see stuff like this where OU's defense is like incredibly efficient at havoc and disrupting the quarterback.
Yeah,
Okay.
they really stand out there in conference for sure. They're just off by themselves over there in that lower corner.
Yeah.
As far as conference only.
So in Alabama is, I think, country wise, like
Yeah.
in this
Scroll
cluster
down. Yeah, scroll down and let's see. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
Well, it'll distribute
Oh, yeah.
within the teams that are on there.
Right.
So Ohio State's
Yeah, they're in
here.
there
Oh, there they
somewhere.
are.
Yep.
They're right there. Next to Texas. So there's
Yep.
Alabama, Texas, Alabama, Texas. Anyway, okay. Let's go. Actually, let's go to defense. Let's talk more about defense. Okay, so Alabama defense, their most successful pressure has been replacement pressures. Those are your simulated pressures and your creeper pressures. They've had 34 rushes for 6 sacks. Their next best pressure usage by rusher, here, let me zoom in a little bit. There we go. Is just your normal 4 front, 5 sacks, 5-man rush, 3 sacks, 3-man rush, 2 sacks. And then this here is kind of this black block here is like the FBS average. So they're slightly below average on the sack percentage, or sorry, sack count on different pressures. Over here is the sack percentage by rushers. So again, slightly below sack percentage per replacement pressures, 16 about normal. Let's see, what's that? Oh, 3-man, 5-man, 6+ max. But they are a 4-man rush team, essentially. They're either rushing 4 or they are dropping a DN and replacing with a linebacker or a corner or safety. That's pretty much more than half of their pressure game.
Okay.
Let's see here. What else have I got in here? Okay, so they're a heavy cover 3 team, like bar none. They're actually one of the most, like, up there, the highest part, like top 10, I think, top 15 cover 3 teams in the country. OU, slightly different, still have cover 3, obviously, in the playbook, but Brent likes to mix and match with cover 2 trap, cover 2 hole, cover 2, all the NTT stuff. So he mixes and matches a little bit more. Alabama doesn't really do much. I didn't see as many layers of calls like our secondary does. They do a lot of good work in cover 3, though. They have pretty much every variation of cover 3 imaginable. So that's your 3 deep, 4 under coverage with a 4-man pressure. So that's basically, with the replacement pressures with cover 3 behind it. And you'll probably end up getting like your deuce zones, your hot zones, and your fire zones as well. That kind of gets layered into cover 3 by these data houses. Here's their EPA per play, per coverage. And where's cover 3? Cover 3 is this purple line down here, I think. Yep. Oh, here we go. How about we make it easy on us? There it is. So this is their most used coverage, and it's about like their 4th best coverage technically by usage.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of strange. It kind of takes a dip here in week 7, 8, and 9. And I don't have 11 because data houses are not finished with their stuff yet. But cover 3 team, 4-man rush team.
Okay.
Yeah, this is completion percentage, pressure percentage, and sack. And I just like this graph because it goes back to like you were saying, like we need to get after Ty Simpson. It's the same way, look, if their pressure spikes here, Ty Simpson's worst percentage. Look, so 36% in week 2. Pressure percentage, his completion percentage dropped. In both those weeks. And this week 9 too. Gotta get after him.
Yeah.
Any questions, Brad?
No. I just absorb all that stuff. You get into it, so you know it. So, and then you throw it at me, and I'm just kind of like, oh yeah, okay.
So
Points
here's
per
another
drive
defensive
allowed.
one.
Yep.
Yeah, points per drive allowed, and then EPA per play allowed, and OU's down here in the corner, and Alabama's over here with LSU and Ole Miss.
Wow, you can draw a line to the left of Florida, and there's all good teams there.
Oh, like right here? Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean that's essentially all your playoff.
Other than LSU, that's a lot of your playoff teams right there.
Yeah, A&M, Georgia, Alabama, Ole Miss, Texas, and Oklahoma. All right here. Dang, that's wild.
Yeah, just a disparity between OU and some of these other teams is pretty crazy.
That's why I like.
Yeah, that's why you like pulling it up this year.
I do the defensive stuff. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. No, and normally as the year goes on, I think teams would start to kind of bunch up a little closer. But OU's been hanging out by themselves, and they're not coming back to the pack.
No. Well, all right. You want to dive into some film?
Yeah, let's do that. Hey, while you're pulling that up, I was just looking at some Bama scores. Yeah, they haven't given up. They haven't given up more than 24 points in conference play this year.
Wow.
And no more than 20 points at home. Sorry, I'm just looking at scores here. So they're stingy, especially at home.
Wow, they've only given up 20 at home?
20 is the most they've given up at home. And that was to Tennessee.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
All right, do you want me to start with Alabama offense or defense?
Let's go Alabama defense.
Okay. Let's start with. Yeah, I mean, as you can see, like down here, I've got all these coverages in here. It's all cover 3. Let's start with their run plays. I'm just gonna let it run. I don't know if I have to actually break all these down because you guys have probably seen wide zone probably a billion times on this pod because I love it. But it's also you get plays like this. So Alabama shows odd front, and I believe this is running to the left, running weak, wide zone weak. You got a lead tight end, and you've got this lineman here. Ooh, where's my cursor? There it is. So they've got guys to fill in all these gaps. This 23 just his whole job is to. I mean, he starts in. Where's my cursor? There it is. He starts over in the B gap. And 70 does a great job of getting over, cutting him in half with his backside knee, and he can't work himself over. And you can't allow that to happen as a defender. Like you just can't. And then 75 can work up. If he's supposed to get his ass over here and close this down. Not necessarily take on 75, but he really needed to constrict space there. It doesn't happen. Then all these guys are running wild like nuts. This one was a good one by Tennessee too. Another wide zone play. Bama is in a bad spot here. alignment wise, but still they have the guys to close it out. But Tennessee, I mean, and Tennessee wasn't the only team that did this. Missouri obviously did. Georgia obviously did. They really struggled with these stretch plays, and oh golly, I cannot draw. Those are ugly. Close the B gap, C gap, boom, boom. See, I mean, that's the gap responsibility right there. This the nose tackle's lagging to cut off the backside. Linebacker come in, take the play side A gap. Defensive end, this one actually does his job and closes it. But
Yep.
this backer here,
that's a great cutback there.
Yep. This backer here is not taking on this block. He needs to take this block on. Like, this is his gap is everything out here. He literally avoids him. He does not want to take on number 72. He wants to dance with him. He wanted to take him dancing, and Alabama got paid for it.
That looks like a Tory Blaylock play right there, man.
Yep. So I feel like we could. And this is funny too. So I named this. They knew it was coming, because watch this guy right here. I don't know who he is, but he is literally telling them, "Look, it's going that way." Hey, and then he literally slants in that direction and then tries to fire off in that direction. Like, they knew it was going left and they still couldn't stop it.
Right.
That's how bad it was in that game for Alabama in the run game. But Missouri found success, and Georgia and Vanderbilt a little bit. Vanderbilt is a pin and pull team. They don't run a whole lot of wide zone, but all those teams attack the perimeter. I'm hoping we have not been good at attacking the perimeter, Brad, but this is a game that we should.
Right.
Like 100%.
Yeah, shoulda, woulda, coulda has been our MO most of this year. So I hope you're right. I hope we can attack what we're given.
God, this play makes me mad too, because this is just bad linebacker play, man. Missed tackle. And off to the races. Ugh. We got it. We should be able to find a run game in this. I mean, this does not look like the Alabama team of past, man.
Yeah, I was going to say I can't remember them being so susceptible to the run. So
okay,
you're showing a lot of running backs run. Do you have any with quarterback run game?
Yep, right here. It's coming up next, man.
That wasn't
How about QB draw
choreographed. We didn't do that on purpose. Yeah.
Yeah, QB draw. If you're gonna be able to hit them with some passes and kind of open them up. Again, if you execute it right, there's gonna be plays there just like this. Easy plays that material. I mean, he did it in Tennessee. We'll be able to do the same thing to Alabama.
Okay.
This is a play that we've run. It's the arc read. I'll slow it down. Big gainers. Big gainers.
I feel like Pribula. I think that's how you say his name. The guy that got hurt. I feel like he's got a lot of Jackson Arnold in him, just from speed when he gets out on the edge.
Yeah. So this would fit really well for us. We are a duo team. This is essentially duo week. You get double team. I want to change my cursor color. Double team. Seal the backside. Tight end arcs out. You're reading this defender here, Pierre, at the DN spot. He hangs. You give it to the back. He collapses. You take off. Easy, simple.
Got to have that tight end set that edge out there and make that block, though. Our guys haven't been fantastic about that, especially number 12.
Yeah. Then you come back and you run this play, little arc bluff, tight end fakes an arc block. Yeah, this is why you need a tight end.
Mm-hmm.
We've ran GT counter read. We did it in Tennessee. Bing bada boom. GT counter read, easy touchdown. So the quarterback, I think if material, I'm not a big quarterback run guy, but if you can get these looks where you're obviously running duo and counter and get these one-on-ones on safeties, I think material is more than athletic enough to make this guy miss these safeties and some of these corners. Again, this is GT counter. You got GT counter to the strong side. You're running to the weak side. You're reading again Pierre. Pierre, defensive end, is doing a mesh charge, meaning he's just shooting up to try to disrupt this mesh. And you're hoping that if this is a pitch, that your safety is going to come in and take it out. And technically, he should have. But, I mean, this played out exactly what Alabama wanted here. They get a safety. That's the quarterback player. He just makes a dumb play.
Yep.
Let's go to some pro Alabama stuff. This is a sack. They're running a 5-man pressure. They're running a deuce zone. Pierre's really good, like 42. And what they do, where he's had success, is their better pass rusher, or best pass rusher, really, is on guards. They find ways to get him on guards. And right here, they're showing odd front. They shift and shift to an under front, and then Pierre's going to loop in and take on a guard, put him on skates, and get the sack. Yeah, Tennessee wasn't particularly good at. We were able to pressure on them.
Mm-hmm.
Alabama was able to pressure on them.
Yep.
I think we'll do a better job than Tennessee. EPL, is probably going to be the one that they're going to target first to see if he can keep his balance and keep his feet under him. He did. There was a couple of plays he did really good. There was one play where he literally hopped on both feet. Both feet was like up in the air in pass pro, which is a big no. So if I'm them, I'm going after EPL first and working my way down the line with Pierre to see if I can't find something. Here's your simulated pressure. You're dropping a defensive end. You're running cover 3 match, and they get a sack. Everything's guarded, but this is that 4-man replacement pressure that I was referring to earlier. Just simple. Defensive end's going to drop in low hole. He's looking to cut any RPOs. They're sending a pirate wrap here. Pirate wrap. You slant the defensive line, and you're sneaking the linebacker around. And then what do you have? You have Pierre, tackle, sack.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, 42. That's second play you've shown of him.
Yeah, I could have stacked quite a few plays of him, to be honest. Here's a 4-man green dog with a TNX exchange. Big play. I was telling you about number 7. We kind of want number 7 to stay on the field right here. I'm not sure. I think I'd assume this is cover 1. It possibly is, but this is like the worst.
Turned around.
5 yards. After 5 yards. I mean, I think I counted it was on his 6th step. He was already out leveraged himself after 6 steps. Now, here's the thing. It's cover 1, so him taking outside leverage is fine because you're going to want to funnel this guy to your help, but you cannot baseball turn after 5 yards.
Right.
Like that.
Yep.
That's like,
He lost sight of him there, and it was over.
and I'll tell you, 18 is not good. Like I watched like 4 or 5 games. I did not see him make a single play.
Well, good. He's not on the injury report, so that's good.
Yeah. Let's see what kind of pressure is this? Okay, so Green Dog. Okay, so this let me play it first because yeah, okay. So this backer is reading the running back. Running back stays in the pass pro. He's got the green light to blitz. If not, if he flares out, he's man to man. So he's basically I'm man to man, right? Then you're getting a exchange here. They split the guard and center and get a little bit of pressure. Maybe not much, but maybe rushed him a bit. But too easy pitch and catch.
Yeah, that was way too easy.
So I named this grown ass man sack. So this is 42 again. This is Pierre. So what Tennessee's trying to do here, they've got a this is called torque. They've got a middle of the field read route on the slot here, and I think he ends up falling. He's trying to work himself into the middle of the field. He's trying to make himself open, and Aguilar. We've experienced him. He kind of stays on his primary read for too long, and then Pierre just goes in there and just gets the safety. So at this point, Pierre has basically went up and down the Tennessee line and basically knocked everybody out. He basically took him out, and he took him out on plays. He got sacks or pressure on each one of those guys.
No,
and that's what I mean. That
very disruptive.
They're going to move him up and down.
Yep.
They're going to test out EPL probably first, and then work onto the freshman, and then probably just keep moving them around to see if they can't find somewhere. But besides him, no one really else kind of scares me.
Right.
So. I think we watched this one. We watched that one.
Yeah.
Last two of the Alabama defense. So they run cover 3 a lot. You saw that in the coverage calls. If you're running cover 3, you got to defend the seams, and you got to defend the flat. Those are like the high primary weaknesses to cover 3. And I was watching. Oh, no. When I was watching, I didn't mean to erase that whole thing. Things like that. Missouri's trying to get back into this game. They're losing. And when I was watching, I was wondering why they weren't really taking advantage of those areas. This is just a simple skinny post right into the seam. Great throw. Linebacker overplays it. And then getting back to our bread and butter vertical, Brad. Let's get back to verts. This is like classic air raid verts.
Yeah. Who's bread and butter?
Ben Arbuckle's.
Oh, really? Has he shown that? Have we seen that a lot? Have we seen it executed a lot? Sorry.
Do you remember all of Canic's big plays from the first 4 weeks? Those were all vert plays. All of them. Pretty much every single one.
That felt like a long time ago.
Yeah. Well, this is where you can get back to it. I mean, again, like Bama's going to run a lot of cover 3, and you can get back to your verse game. Now, they missed this, Pribula misses this wide open shot. And again, Alabama's running cover 3 cloud here. So they've got there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4 underneath defenders. 1, 2, 3 deep players, 4 guys. That is their like bread and butter play. Like that's them. That's their defensive ideology right here. I mean, they ran cover 3 cloud so much. And if they do that, these guys are going to be open. So that's all I got for the defense. There's things to take advantage of them. Pierre's a monster. Perimeter run game. If they're
Yeah,
gonna run
no,
cover 3, hit
I
the
was
seams and the flats.
encouraged by some of the run opportunities that we may have.
Okay, I won't go through all these because there's a lot. So I'm gonna sort these out. Let's. I'm just gonna let the screen plays go. Alabama loves their screens. I mean, we saw this one on watching live. At night. This is the beef lead or the beef screen. We're getting Proctor out there on a screen pass. Their left tackle offensive lineman runs a screen, burrowing down on people.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
He is a big boy.
I didn't know that. What the hell? They line him up wide?
Yeah.
What the
You didn't
hell?
see that? Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, I saw it the first time, and I'm like, is that a really big tight end? But no. What? Goodness gracious.
Yep.
Just him standing over there just looks weird.
Slip screens, like, again, I'm not going to break these down. The slip screens, wide receiver tunnels, tight end leak, all of it. I mean, they will run quite a few screens. Quite a few. Think Texas. Texas ran like 11 or 12 screens in the game against us. The most, really, out of all the other teams.
Yeah, Sark's got a history of running screens all the time.
A lot of shake and bake. And there's big ol' 74. This one versus Vandy was perfect until, I don't know, out of, just dropped it. But Horton had, this is just a bad throw. Throws it behind him. It should have been caught too, but
yeah, he had some daylight out there.
Look at this.
Look at those blockers set up. Yeah, the guy at the 9-yard line coming in too. Yep.
You had a free player here, and the only guy that could get here is here, and he turns up. That's like a 90-yard screen. And this is because Vandy, like I mentioned before, was playing off. Like they were wanting to keep everything in front of them. Well, if you keep everything in front of you, you're going to allow like everything within 10 yards, all the underneath stuff, and the screens come down on you pretty quick. Again, they find success again on the perimeter. They're not really able to run consistently in between the tackles. The offensive line, they play too high. They don't exchange well. And honestly, it seems like they've been kind of banged up playing a little bit of musical chairs because I see these numbers change in different spots almost every game. I don't know if that's true or not, but this 56, I think he's not good, like at all. I think the guy that played in LSU over him, number 77, is a lot better. But if 56 plays, I'm picking on him like big time. I'm picking on him big time. Like RMT would be over him. I hope RMT plays, but I would be making this guy beat me. It was interesting. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was going to say it's interesting to see how Alabama's how they've changed from the Saban to the DeBoer era. Because during Saban, they had great rushing attack. Defense, you didn't see a lot of holes. What you've shown us just in the last 20 minutes is kind of opposite of that.
Yeah. Yeah, so this right here was just a missed opportunity by Vanderbilt. This makes me mad, but this is a play that Taylor Wine will make. If you get a shot, you're going to get these rollouts from all the wide zone and pin and pull action. If you get here as a defense, buzz your feet, break down, stay in front of them, don't play wild. The kid can scoot. And if you're playing man coverage behind it, these receivers are going to break free from it. But this is a sack that Taylor Wine makes in the game.
Right.
But that was another reason. I mean, that's another reason why, some of these guys, you know, they're finding so much efficiency. This is a coverage sack. They're running mesh. Alabama's running mesh. And then they're running double posts. And they're hoping to isolate the safety here, and that's why he's looking at him. They're hoping to get him to commit to one of the posts and then hit the other. But the safety does a great job of midpointing both of them. Like he holds just a bit, and then Ty Simpson, his clock runs and they get a sack.
Yeah.
Okay, one last thing, and then we'll two things. Sorry. So Alabama is really good at striking from beyond the red zone. This here is switch verts. This is like Nick Sheridan is the quarterback coach for Alabama. This is like his baby is verts. You're getting stacks. Open twin stack. Let's see which way do they go. Okay. So point man's taking the seam. Point man's taking the seam. Boom. Point man taking the seam. And Vandy is running a NTT. I think, let's see. Wall player. Big half. Whole. Big half. I believe that's no, this guy's the wall, and this is the big half. So they end up running an NTT, and what ends up happening, this safety here is peeking too much towards the seam, and Ryan Williams just easy pickings. But if you can tell, like, this safety is out of position. He should be like 3 yards more, and he can't undercut it. But that's the speed of the wide receivers in Alabama are going to test your safeties and the position maintenance of your safeties. And if your position maintenance of your safeties are off just for 2, 3, or 4 yards, this play will happen.
Yeah. Now Simpson's really good about like that play. If he had put any air under it, that safety could have easily got underneath it.
Yeah, he's got an arm.
He does.
Yeah, he put some zip on that ball. See if I can get it in the end zone, Cam.
Man, quick release.
Man.
Really quick release.
Okay. I'm not going to go through all these plays, but they love their crossers. They love Y cross. If I was going to say what their bread and butter offensive passing play is, it's Y cross. They ran it so many times. It was ridiculous. And it was the same play really over and over again. They just tagged the different side here. They just tagged, the outside receivers essentially. Ah, dang it. I did it again. What you're getting is an over the ball route. You're getting a Y cross. I'm going to have to play it. This is why I try to save us a little bit of time. Yeah. Okay, I got it. Cross over the ball route. It's much deeper than that. It's more like out here. Sail. And so they tagged Sail here. They're hoping for either a cover 2 hole shot, or if they're playing a fire zone like Alabama or Georgia is here, you get this corner to do like the other corner did and do a baseball turn. This guy here. And they do get him turned around just like that. And he's trying to look there, but he can't because of pressure. So his first read is this the Y cross. He takes a peek, not seeing it. Then 2 would be him, and then 3 would be your check down to the tight end. And he's got but pressure in his face. And this is what happens. He takes off for 15, 16 yards.
Yep.
I'm not going to go through the rest of these, but just to prove out, here it is again. Y cross, Y cross. They got a scissors tag where this outside receiver, Omaha, can get reads the middle safety. He has the option either bending it back inside or take the post. Again, in this instance, he's got his guy open and this guy open. He avoids the rush and delivers a pass in the back of the end zone. Lots of Y cross, man. Lots of crossings. Lots of crossers. It makes sense because you've got so much speed at receiver, all three positions, that you can get these guys to go on these crossing routes to either outrun people or you sit on people. And that's where it kind of goes back to what we've been saying and what I kind of asked you earlier is, do you sit back and you play zone to see if you can guard grass and close those windows, or do you run with these guys?
Yeah. Oof. Yeah. I don't know.
Same play.
Yeah, Simpson's just so much more accurate than Aguilar is. I'm not sure if I want to sit back and let him pick us apart because I think he's capable more so than Aguilar was.
See, here's the same play. You got the over the ball route, you got your crosser, and you got your two posts, or you got a fade and then a post. And this receiver here is getting his key off of this player. He's going to either keep going if he's in cover 3 and squeeze, or if it's middle of the field open like this, he's going to cut inside, and he ends up cutting inside. But then Simpson goes ahead and takes that crosser all the way over, and this throw is insane.
Wow.
I think they drop it. I think they drop it.
I was going to say that guy did not look.
Did they drop this one?
He still got that ball in there. Either way, the pass
should have taken the skinny post, but yeah.
Wow.
I mean, that's a catchable ball.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
yeah, take some guts to throw that ball down there amongst all those defenders.
And I think this is the last one. Again, you have an over the ball route. You have your Y cross. So those plays, all these plays that we just went through, Brad, are the exact same play. It's the same call. They're just tagging the two outside routes with a color or with a team or with a Marvel hero. And they're just saying, okay, I want you to do this. And this is just dagger. You got your dig, and it was open, but I think pressure didn't allow him to get it. Well, it looks like he takes his eyes down, kind of forgets. It's still tough. That's still tough because you got your OTB that's just like deciding to. What is the OTB doing? Oh no, that's a white cross. My bad.
Yeah, I think it seems like every game there's always one side of the ball that's always like the best chess match, and I think when Bama has the ball, that's when the chess match takes place. You got DeBoer, great OC, BV, great DC, just going at it the whole game, just back and forth, back and forth. So I think that's probably where the game's going to be decided, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Yeah. You got to defend the crossers. You got to sack Ty Simpson. You got to eliminate Pierre from pressure with your O-line checks and all that different stuff. You keep your run game. Don't allow Alabama to find theirs. I came away watching all these games pretty optimistic. So
you said that earlier in the week. My expectations have been so tempered here the last several weeks. I can't allow myself to get like extremely confident about a matchup. only because of our lack of whatever you call it on the offensive side of the ball. You know, we just haven't been very good on that side of the ball. So I think we got away with some stuff at Tennessee, with 3 takeaways and, Sandell having a career night. I think we're going to need some help from the defense again, because this offense has just not proven itself yet. And I don't expect it to all of a sudden show up in Tuscaloosa.
Right.
Yeah.
That
was our first X factor tonight. Just making sure we try to get touchdowns when we get inside the red zone for a change.
Yeah. Well, man, that's all I got. We've gone an hour and 13.
Yeah.
I say we wrap it up.
Yeah. Appreciate everybody joining us. Sorry we didn't get around to some of your comments, but sorry about the rough start tonight. All of a sudden it said our live thing was broken or whatever, deleted.
Yeah.
So anyway, rough start, but hey, we corrected. But appreciate everyone joining us. Huge game this weekend. I know you don't catch it on YouTube, catch it somewhere else. YouTube TV sucks. But have a great weekend, and we will catch you on Sunday. Take care. Boomer Center.
Hey. That is my standard. Champion standard. Yeah. Run my place, ayy. Keep up with the pace, ayy. If you don't got motion, then stay up out of my face, ayy. I be doing a race, ayy. 100 yards out of the way, ayy. It's time to lock in the field, baby. It's game day. 7 rings you can't handle. I'm on a champion mantle. Walk up to my standards. Maybe that's something you can't do. Maybe try a different angle. Maybe try a different play too. When you know you're the greatest, some people might hate you. Champ, I'm the champ. Champion standard, don't gotta put on a hat. Titles, you know we got that. Yeah, I'm the champ. Champion standard, yeah, I'm the champ. Champion standard. Hang my jersey in the rafters, I'm a champ. Champion standard. I'll tell you nobody's safe when it's time for game day. Put up or shut up, you know it's competitive. We will not ever take losses. Yeah, I be playing the game, but at heart, you know I am just really a boss. Youngin' or boomer, don't matter who's on the field, everybody getting sauce. Get down with the team, cause we really one-on-one, yeah. Hey, I'm the man, yeah. Watch how we make fans, while we also make this cash, hey. When it comes to plays, there isn't one we haven't ran, yeah. Competition's getting bodied, that's no capping. Champ, I'm the champ. Champion standard, don't gotta put on a hat. Titles, you know we got that. Yeah, I'm the champ. Champion standard, yeah, I'm the champ. Champion standard. Hang my jersey in the rafters, I'm a champ. Champion standard. Champ, I'm the champ. Yeah, I'm the champ. Champion standard, don't gotta put on a hat. Titles, you know we got that. Yeah, I'm the champ. Champion standard, yeah, I'm the champ. Champion standard. Hang my jersey in the rafters, I'm a champ. Champion standard. I told you nobody's safe when it's time for game day. I told you nobody's safe when it's time for game day. Champion standard, and we don't play. Champion standard, and we don't play.